Hello from the dung heap, everybody.
And we live. Hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi. I don't know why it feels like Saturday. What is it? Wednesday, right? Happy Wednesday. Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing? The whole gang's here. Awesome. Hello. So I'm back, and I just wanted to check in with you all, see how you're doing. Yeah, last time you saw me wasn't doing so great, but I had a nice little vacation with hubby. It was a little bit of, oh, there we go. A little bit of a late Mother's Day present, so it was really fun. And we did a little sleuthing. We went up to Woodstock, Vermont, and I have footage of that. I'm going to play for you tomorrow, but I do have a couple things I want to share with you today. First of all, let me do a couple of hellos while people are coming in. Hey, Maria. Hello. Both beaches. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Constance June. Heat my shorts. Good to see you. Love you. Of course, George Massey's in here. Thank you so much for being in the back. Giorgio. Mental Health Matters. Hello. Our good friend, Keela. Alan Valentine. Hey, good to see you. She didn't love that. Always makes me smile. Jason, hi. Laura Kissfree. Hey there. Sorry if I missed anybody coming in. Good to see you all. Who did I miss? Is Kelly in here? Hey, Kel. Awesome. Good to see you, honey. Glad you're here. We chatted a little bit earlier, and yeah, I was trying to check out of the hotel, but we're home. We only stayed an hour away. We kind of did the loop, and we drove up to Woodstock on Monday. Took a couple hours, a little over 2 hours. We hung out, did a lot of footage. Really beautiful up there. Oh my god, I've heard that they've actually filmed some movies up there. I totally get it because it's one of the most beautiful Vermont towns I've ever seen. Totally idyllic. Too bad there was some, evil lurking in there, some monstrous behavior by somebody. Hey, thank you. Yes, we're home. Made home safe. I was falling asleep. I wasn't driving. I was falling asleep on my own. Hey, so glad everybody's here. I didn't think anybody would show up. It's awesome. Yeah, so the first thing I wanted to talk about, I was really sad about the possibility of the Clearwater City Council just not budging with their votes. And then I was so excited when I heard that, what was his name? Oh, I can't remember his name now. It's awful. I wrote it a bunch of times. But anyways, one of them decided to change their vote and voting no on Scientology. Okay, I know he said it. Selling on the city of Clearwater, selling David Albert. Yes, that's him. Thank you. Selling is a Garden Avenue to Scientology. And they got an answer. I'm telling you right now, you gotta go watch that if you haven't seen it. It was so good. Hey, Scooter Mama, good to see you. Forces of Life Nature. Hello. Yes, David Albert, and that's it. I'm so excited about that. Yes. Yeah, I did do a community post about it, and I listed all of their emails. If anybody hasn't emailed and wants to, I put it all out there on my community page, so you can go check it out. If you haven't looked at Creators Community page, well, it's just under posts. I thought they got rid of it, and I realized they got rid of the word community and just put posts now. So check out my posts. And looks like the audience. Yep. Hey, Bill. Good to see you. Hello, friends. Hey, Christina. Good to see you. So glad you're home safe and sound. Hello, thank you. Marvelous Mountain. Supportive chat. I couldn't agree more. Hold the flipping phone. Thank you for being here. You're the sweetest. Thank you so much. So glad you're here too, Keela. Cat Fats and Flowers. Hi there. Awesome. Okay. Can't be another space. Oh, what's happening? Where is she, by the way? Having a life. How dare she? I think it's still, was it 8:30? The park is not officially saved yet, but looking good. Yep. Yep, it's supposed to be voted on tomorrow. So they voted on it twice. They did a work session on Monday night. I watched the whole thing, it was like 3.5 hours. It was really good. It's on the city council. If you look up Clearwater City Council, you can watch the replay. Actually, right here on YouTube. It's easier to find, honestly. If you look up on YouTube, it has all their lives. You can just look on it there. It's much easier than trying to go to their official website. So I'm not really excited. See you around, everybody. She is. I remember laughing along with Aaron. Well, the cat was at the community meeting. Thinking. Yes. He did 2 videos on it. It was great. It was awesome. I was minding one of them when I was just working. Okay, I hope this is true. I would love this to happen. See, revolutionary cadres, as I say, will restore Comrade Bunker to support and remember the enemies of the party. Yes, exactly. Yeah, those two that are voting yes. It is humongous. It has its own zip code, guys. So before I came on, I told them, I'm like, I need to tape measure. Help me measure it. I stretched it out on the couch. So it's 5 feet wide. So that'll be like, I can probably fit with 5 feet like a queen size bed. So 5 feet wide. Right now, it's a little over 4, close to 4.5 feet long. So I gotta keep going. So I'm over halfway done, probably like 3/4 done. So hey, honey. Freezing Eagles here. Oh, he got some new subs the other night, and he was so happy. So whoever's has up to him thus far, I think he has over 400 subs. Thank you so much. And if anybody's not sub, check him out. He's gonna be posting a lot more. He's got a lot of nature stuff. He's got philosophical things. He's got stuff about cults, stuff about pets, music, a lot of nature stuff, and building, of course, because he's building a house. What is that thing you say when you have your, okay, I'll explain it. So I have this little overlay that helicopter made for myself and our friend, the late Doug Kramer. He has a channel still up. It's he's a survivor of Scientology, and he had an amazing channel, very informative. He was just such an awesome guy, just really down to earth, very straightforward. Didn't give 0 bucks. And I did a series of videos with him, shortly before he passed actually. And I told my story in parts. It was very difficult to tell it. And whenever I would get a little weepy, because I get a weepy a lot, he would have me like take a drink, and he used to have this like game where it was just partaking. You didn't have to drink. He'd have a little Coke, or he'd say like whatever you have on you, water, like Tic Tac, whatever. So we would do this thing where he'd like, stop. Okay, let's do a Xenu, and then he added Xenu is their like alien whatever villain in Scientology. So Xenu was like thrown around a lot. And then he said, okay, when he said Xenu, people would partake. So then he added Marlene. That was that's my cult leader, ex-cult leader. So he said Xenu Marlene. So let me how to do it. I'll find it. It's here. Okay, it is. So we got Xenu and Marlene, and then the poop emoji, which used to say that I would have on the dung heap, so that's where that came from. And yeah, for those who are new, so everybody partake, whatever you got. I got my coffee with my loons. I love this mug. Oh, thank you. Love his channel. Yeah, he's got a great channel. He's got a very calm way about him, unlike his wife. Yeah, I was going to talk about the definition of spiraling. Because I'm hearing a lot lately. I'm like, am I spiraling? So I like looked it up, and I'm like, you know what? I have, and maybe a little bit this week, but I pulled it back. I'm doing pretty good. Saturday night was not my most proud moment, but I'm okay. We'll just people keep lying, we'll keep truthing, right? We're just gonna keep truthing. And yeah, I feel like one of the definitions of spiraling included like a desperate attempt to damage control. You're just spiraling, you're just going down the spiral because you're just trying everything you can to keep things from getting completely out of control. You just end up making it worse. I've done that in my life, but I've been seeing some desperate measures and a lot of lies about me. And it's funny that somebody looks to these 3 troll channels to get dirt on me, which they're lies anyways. They're channels that are devoted to basically trashing a lot of the second gens and me. I guess because I'm friends with them. So some of them, not all of them anymore, but that's okay. I love them all. But particularly Aaron is on the target, and I guess me. So I think it's funny when they attempt to deflect. It makes it look even crazier, even dumber. So yeah, they can go ahead and I'll just keep telling the truth. And I'm not gonna say anything like I'm not talking about something anymore. I'll do whatever I want, but I feel like I need to kind of pull back and do what's healthy for me. And taking breaks like yesterday, I wasn't on at all. I took the day off. I was in and out of the pool at the hotel. It was really fun. We just had a really great time. So it was a nice relaxing little vacation, and the scenery was beautiful. We did a nice trip up to Woodstock, and yeah, I'm going to do a bit of a presentation tomorrow about Brett Miller and what I put out as I've been kind of digging a little bit. I had to live in Vermont, and it was only 2 hours away, so I went up there. I actually spoke to the locals, got some information. I have more information coming, and it's interesting, and it's also I think informative in a way that it can help to hopefully warn people. And I find it absolutely astonishing and ridiculous that someone would attempt to spin the narrative. I hate that word too. We use it so much, but to turn around and defend somebody like that, it's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable, and also to there's people that are defending others that have predatory backgrounds as well, and I don't think they belong here at all. So, do I need to work clear for mental health purposes? Sure, go for it. Yeah. Oh, Chad here. Hey, Chad, good to see you. Yes, we got some. I know, I miss him. I do too. Yeah, I don't want to cry, but I do miss him a lot. He was amazing. Yeah. Oh, what? Comment, I heard that if I'm seeing in your chat that I would be unsubbed from a Gifty channel. I already unsubbed from Volcano Green Lava Orange Volcano. Okay, that's, oh well. I'm sorry. I guess it didn't matter if you've already unsubbed, right? I think that's ridiculous. I mean, God, I don't look at people chatting like, you were in my chat. The only time I've said this before, the only time that it bothers me, and I still won't block them for only that reason, just bothers me like if a troll or creator is actively talking about me, like saying nasty things about me, like Pedalplex was doing a mocking 4-hour video about me, and there were about 3 people there who had in my chat. I was like, fuck them. And so I blocked them because I don't need them in my chat because they're literally supporting somebody who is like actively trashing me and lying about me. So and that was just people I didn't really care for anymore. Anyway, some of the people that I see in there I still love, and like, I hope they come back one day and totally the doors open, and I don't block people just for that. So, thank you, it's really sweet. I made a rhyme. Thank you, Chris. Happy to support those who speak. Yeah, we're just gonna keep truthing, right? Yeah. I have some pictures to show you, but I just want to point something out. I don't want to just belabor this, but couple things. One is Saturday was wild because I had put up the thumbnail, I think really early in the morning or maybe the night before of my interview I was having with Hefton Allen. Now, the last time I interviewed Hefton Allen, I think it was probably mostly with Allen, I got threatening emails from Brett Miller. This time I heard that his brother Kurt was going a little crazy and messaging people and frantic. Then just so happens the video was going to be mostly about Brett Miller, and then I heard that Reese was live and putting up my name on the thumbnail and was doing the expose that she had for a long time, which is funny because she and the troll that gave the information, Jamie Thomas from True Crime Media. Jamie Thomas has seen the emails. She's known about those tattoos for 6 months. 6 months. I had just found out about it. Reese said she'd been sitting on the information for who knows how long because that's what she does, right? She does all this like recording and all that and waits and just pounces on you like Scientology does. Just fair game to you if you try to speak out, if you try to speak the truth. So that happened, and I was told Reese, and you guys know what happened. Not my proudest moment. I swore. I guess I was spiraling. I was doing some things that I don't usually do, and I reacted pretty strongly to it. I just want to thank all of you. I want to thank everybody. I am so overwhelmed by the outpouring, and I'm trying to cry, but it's me. Like, okay, I cry. I just want to thank you to people, all of you, for being here and for reaching out to me. And I'll tell you, I've had at least 2 lawyers I didn't know previously to let me explore in this space that I know now. And a psychologist, a psychiatrist, and and quite a few Jewish people, and one that actually lives in Israel, from Israel, sending me love and saying that I'm not. So thank you because I know I'm not. And it's like one of the worst things you can call me. So yeah, maybe that's one of my buttons because I know it's not true, but it also hurts because that's one of the most terrible things that I think you could be. So I appreciate all of you. I've had so many people from many different nationalities, every color, and thank you. I really appreciate your support. And yeah, I'm not going to talk more about it because I know it's not true. I know it's absolutely not true. I am not, and I'm a crier. Yes, I know some people screamers. I was doing both the other night, and then someone said, "Really, you have a black eye?" I was like, "No, it's like I cried my mascara off, and when I get upset, my stars get inflamed. Can't really see much now, but I get very discolored. This one especially will get like really bright red. So you got support from a dear friend of mine. Thank you. That is awesome. Hey, Stasia, good to see you. Don't so glad you're here. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Itchy. If I was told, yeah, we said lose my damn mind too. You're in a bit. Yeah, a bit of a pout. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, it enraged me a little bit. Yeah. What else would I talk about before I show you the pictures? Yeah, I feel like that was a little bit of a strange coincidence. I kind of feel like Brett probably called Reese up. Okay, it's just my speculation, my opinion. I'm gonna tell you what is my opinion. Not saying it's gospel truth, but I think he called her up to handle me. Like he might do something about her. And guess what? It just strengthened my resolve even more because I held my ass right up to his hometown, and I got some great footage and a lot of information. And actually, you have to order information in Vermont. It's kind of funny. But last time I got my little information. I am going to find out if he was a skiing star because I've got so many feelers out. His classmates, a lot of them that I've heard about were from, and people that gone to that school. No one's ever heard about him being a ski star. Everybody skis. Every school pretty much has a ski program. So for him to be some big star that did backflips and stuff, that's like a select few, and there would be some record of it. So I'm gonna keep looking for that, and amongst some other things. So anything that I dig up, I will let you know. So let me set this up here. I'm gonna show you just a few pictures from our little trip, and there's so much more. I'll definitely show more tomorrow. Okay. So it's just a little collage. I think I'm gonna use this for my thumbnail tomorrow. So it's just a little compilation of some of the things that we filmed. So there's video of a lot of this, except for, of course, this is Brett's high school picture. Graduated from Woodstock High School in 1988. Same year I graduated from high school. We're about the same age, and that's him right there. Pulling up a little bit. So go clockwise. This is the covered bridge that is in the middle of Woodstock. We have video footage of us. It's beautiful, guys. It's just absolutely breathtaking. This place, it really is. So this is gorgeous, and you can only see one part of it. This is like the center part, but there's a huge wing, like more of the same over here and over here, and the ground is just beautiful. We walked up to it, but we didn't have to go in. It was actually adorned. I mean, it's a really nice place, and Duncan has some really beautiful pictures. He has like a real good camera, but yeah, all the tulips, and it's just idyllic. This is called the Woodstock Inn. It's in the report, and this is the place where they both worked. I understand now, seeing the town, there's really not that many places probably work unless you work in. This is literally the center of town, probably walking distance for a lot of people, and it's literally right next to, if you look diagonally down here, right next to Windsor County Courthouse, and that's in Woodstock. That's where I have been calling talking to a lot of people, and I just panned it. Like, I looked at the in part, and I just panned it, and like there's a courthouse, so it's literally right there. Wow. And then this, of course, at the bottom is Woodstock Union High School and middle school. Of course, we wouldn't even ask to go in at this point because it's school, and it was in session, so we just drove running outside very quickly because we don't want to be creepy, especially with kids there. So yeah, so there's that, and I will show a lot of the serious stuff tomorrow. But there's a pool that we went in. Look at the surface of the water; it's like really choppy. And then this was the night before last when we just got there to the hotel, and then look at that is like last, it's the same pool. Yeah, and then last night we went to Longhorn. I love their bread. I ate so much bread I couldn't even eat my food, and that's salad and soup, and that I still have in the fridge because I was way too full. so yeah, that was part of the trip. And I drove around 2 rotaries to Walmart yesterday because I forgot my contact solution. So yeah. Okay, so now I think I showed you everything I wanted to show you. So I'll go, hey Violet, good to see you. Hey, that's okay. Hey, remember I messaged you on Facebook. So I'll add you to our chat if you want me to. But make me hungry. Yeah, now I'm hungry. I want to take a little nap today. Hey, Kenny, good to see you. Thank you, Northern Girl. Awesome. Let me go through some of these. Constitution. I knew Sarah Heller, the lady for Scientology. Name sounded familiar. She signed affidavits in the civil suit the Jane Does have against her. Oh, Miss Cabbage in Masterson. She's indeed. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Aaron said about her. She was involved in something. I'll go back and look at it. But yeah, he was mentioning it too, that she's like Office of Special Affairs. She claims to be a communications director or something. And she said, I work with, you notice when they asked her who she was, she said, I'm Sarah Heller. She said her name, and she said, I work with the Church of Scientology. She didn't say, I'm a Scientologist. She didn't say, I work for Scientology. She said, I work with them, which I thought was weird. Joe Biden gave away a guitar. My wife said, good. Only 40 to go. If only she would use a guitar for good. Well, that's a lot. I don't know. Maybe you have to go halfsies. We'll see, huh? Okay, go down. And me, I'm cute. Thank you. I'm not sure what that means. Hey, you always have receipts. I'm so happy. Yeah, I really try, and I will definitely I'm going to take each thing and do a live about it because there's so much, and then I want to compile, kind of skim off, a lot of the stuff that isn't maybe necessary to put into the master collection video because I think it's important, and I know it makes me a mark. I know not a mark as far as like he can't con me like that. I'm not giving him money, but I know it definitely puts me on his radar. But I'm not afraid of him. I'm not because the truth is the truth. So when you have the truth on your side, you don't have to be afraid. Oh, thank you. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, Knife Order was being called, was it Turd Order or something? So immature. It's so funny. He's like, I'm not gonna talk about the haters. Nobody cares about Knife Order. Oh, Turd Order. It's funny. I thought you weren't gonna talk about him, and nobody cares about him. It's like, oh, now we know it. We have the information. We know it. He's like, Okay, but we have the information on Brett Miller, and bringing him around your kid, knowing what he did is nasty, and then also recording him saying that he is conning all these women, they're picking off her. It's like, oh, he's a good guy, he's a good guy. Compare that to somebody with tattoos from last tattoos from 25 years ago, and I am parasocial friends with him on social media. And the whole reason why this happened was because Jamie Thomas was mad, and that quarter was like me and Susie and was promoting our channels. That's all it is, guys. No, I'm gonna call it spade. That's what happened. So, and she's gonna be thrilled that I said her name because she thinks she's so important, but she can go off into oblivion. She always sets on information and close to purpose to talk about it. That tells me a lot about her. That I need to know. Yeah, and she lost her 100 subs a couple days ago. So we have that happen. Her calling us racist. She lost her 100 subs. Go for it. She says she doesn't care, but she does. But whatever. Thank you, Chris. You're allowed to have feelings. Everything she did and said was disgustingly false. I believe in karma. Her number 2. Yep, exactly. It's coming. Thank you. Yep. Same thing. Love you. Helicopter, I support and enjoy you always. Being here. Love you. Thank you, Maria. Maria, please don't cry. I understand. I like to see you. Okay, I'm trying not to. I really am. I really am. It was just very touching when people reach out. I really appreciate that so much. Definitely. Thank you, Pete. Sending support from Canada. I love it. I love it. All over the world. So cool. Jason, I am a patient, leader, and chance giver until I'm not. Then I can be really hurtful with words, but only if someone really reaches a certain point. Yeah. I know. And I don't like, I'm the same way because I try to just give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'm a people person. I'm also an animal person. I'm both. I'm a sucker for a sick cat. I'll be honest. You know, I'm a sucker for babies and animals and people. I just am. I like to give love and affection. I do. I like to be joyful. But as much as I can be passionate in a good way, in a positive way, I can also be passionate in a very angry, aggressive way. And I don't like that person that I become when I just give into that. But there's times when I think there's my husband calls it righteous indignation. It's like the Bible. And yeah, that's another thing. The Whole Bible. If you have not seen the Clearwater, especially for those that are really interested in the Scientology movement, if you go to that 3.5 hour video from the Clearwater, what they call it, the council meeting. There was a work session, that's what it was. They were talking, and then towards maybe 2/3 in, Ryan Cotton and his buddy there, Mike Nino, were grilling Brooks, who was giving the presentation about the garden, save the garden part and the things that they want to build there. And they really said they don't necessarily want to buy the street, they want to keep it open for the public. And they were talking about it, and they're going to make a monument to the African American community. And Ryan Cotton had the nerve to like kind of low-key accuse him of weaponizing racist, like basically he was weaponizing racism and kind of calling him like saying that he was just using that community to basically block Scientology. And he was like, well, and they kept talking about like scriptures and each other's hearts and oh, I don't know your heart, I don't know your heart. And Lena stood up, she goes, I don't care about feeling, I don't want healing. She's like, I don't care about whose heart is what. She's just like, I don't want healing, I want facts. She's like, I want to know what's happening in real, basically she just very like just facts, and I love that. She's like, I don't care about all this stuff. I just want to know what is tangible. That's what she said. I want to have tangible evidence to look at and to vote on. And I was just like, that is amazing because you can accuse people if you don't have facts, if you don't have tangible facts. And I showed you some facts, you guys. I showed you that I'm an activist. It's no secret that I'm an activist in space, but I don't talk about politics. But I have been an activist against racism and against human rights violation and against xenophobia and everything else. So how does it make me racist? No, because I happen to comment. You know what? I'm making sure. Did I comment on this today? Oh, I gotta make sure. I'm commenting on every single one of my Nick videos. So I'm gonna make a point too. Does it make me racist? I mean, come on, it's just so stupid. Yep. Joel, if are going live at the same time as Mads with Quincy, I'm 20 feet tall. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, I was in the thumbnail, so I'm sure it was just like, yeah, handle her, and I do. I want to say this. I do have that bad for her, but I shouldn't. But I do. Yeah. Thank you for Slick Nature. I thought you were racist. I want to be here. It's a hateful thing to call someone. Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, Brenda, I hope you realize, Marilyn, that I don't think any one of us have been regularly ever considered that you were secret racist. So happy you seem less upset now. Yes, I'm much more relaxed. I am. When I start to feel this way and I react and all that, but again, like I say, I'm learning things along with you. Like I kind of teach myself stuff. I look stuff up. I look up spiraling. I'm like, oh my god, I started spiraling. And then people saying, well, this one's spiraling, and I see like some shades of that in myself. And I'm like, okay, I don't do that. So I looked some things up and it said, center yourself. And I was doing breathing exercises and I went swimming and I went outside, beautiful. And then I came home and I'm here and I got the puppies for the first hour, just laying on the couch and just let them like literally like maul me, And yeah, it's those little things, but it really does help. It really helps. And then I can get up and I can keep going. And I have a lot of things that I'm interested in doing in this channel, not just exposing Brett, but it is part of it, definitely part of it. I care about this community. I care about people being conned and coerced and grifted and abused. And just so happens, like I said, that I live in Vermont where one of his most terrible crimes took place. And yeah, it's not a statutory thing. And I'm going to make sure as many people as possible know about it and are warned. So yeah, I think it's a lot worse than being parasocial friends with someone with tattoos from many years ago. So yeah. Her freaking out is highly amusing along with Jamie Thomas thinks she looks yeah. Oh yeah, she was trying Jamie Thomas was trying to defend pedoplex again and dug herself a hole even worse. It was like where she left out the part where he was convicted for possession of child porn. That didn't get brought up. And then saying, well, it's because it's not creepy, blah, blah, blah. Kids are kids, minors are children. Maybe legally there's a little bit of differentiation and labels and all that. I call him a predator and he's a minor. He just is. I mean, I don't think there's any way around it. So whatever. You want to defend somebody like that? Fine. But I have actual real tangible evidence. Talk about that. I'm gonna quote all the time. I don't care what people think about me. I don't care about people, motives or your heart or your religious affiliation or what scriptures you spew at people. Don't give a rat's ass. Because you know what? It's what that doesn't affect me. I'm not Christian. I don't claim to be. I don't claim to be one. I think Christianity is great. I think it's fine. If you believe in Jesus, I don't mind it at all. Just it's okay. Like my favorite comedian says, you Joe Wheeler, her name is Wheeler. She does these little parodies, really cute. But and she's a member of the LGBTQ community. I just love her. She does this little act that she does. It's about the Westboro Baptist Church, and it was an article that they wrote about Lady Gaga, and they called her show Lady Gaga Singing Program. So she did a song called Lady Gaga Singing Program, and she says that if the Lord's telling you what to do, that's great. Congratulations, I love that. That's fine. If the Lord's telling you to tell me what to do, that's when we have a problem. So yeah, I mean, weaponizing religion didn't work. Now she's trying to weaponize racism after me. Like whatever. Oh, and that supposedly some kind of a bully child abuser or whatever. That fell flat too. It's all from the troll channels, the anti-Aaron and Jenna and all that troll channel. So that's where she's getting her information from. So what does that tell you? Totally discredits her completely. I can't even imagine losing hundreds of subscribers. I would be seriously rethinking how I behave. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like to be fair, I vacillated like about 50. I'll gain 50, lose 50. And I think it usually coincides when I do a stream, a little bit of a spicy stream, and pretty much all of them lately I've been putting on subscribers only. So I think that like haters will subscribe because they want to just like say something nasty, and then 11 ones already watched, so it doesn't work. But I think that's why I've been going down. But I don't lose. I've never lost that many. And even if you scale it to my channel, I maybe will lose like 10, 20, at the most 50 here and there, whatever. Then I'll gain them back. Then I'll lose them. So I've been around 6,000 for a long time, probably 6 months or more. So yeah, it is what it is. But if you're consistently losing and not gaining thousands, hundreds, and then thousands, yeah, I think it's been what 4,000 or 5,000 lost altogether. Oh well. Yes, it could be. It could actually be one. The bridge reminds me of one movie Sleepy Hollow. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I have that footage. I was actually going through it too, so it's gonna be a really cool video. Long time Osa. Oh, that's I'm terrible with names today. Sarah? Yeah. Cats, bats, and flowers. Being called a racist is one of those things. It's assumed you're guilty and hard to protest. A lot of line faces, yeah, you protest too much. Last ditch attempt to hurt is right. Yeah. It's like, I mean, I know the truth. It just really pisses me off today, but I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm just kind of like, everybody already knows that she's bullshit. I mean, that's the thing. I'm just gonna look up my next thing besides spiraling. I'm gonna look up what a pathological liar is, because actually I got an email from a psychologist about pathological liars, talking about a certain person that they're not diagnosed, but seeing some really interesting facts about pathological liars and yeah. I mean, sociopaths and psychopaths, a lot of paths that somebody's going on that aren't good. Not a good path to go on. So I'm gonna look it up and learn a little bit about it. Oh yeah, this was insane. And I still talk about the ridiculous voicemails. Aaron got, I love you, bro. You have no clue what you're doing. Yeah, I'm an alpha male, and I'm the one with balls to tell you. Like, I didn't ask, whatever. He's saying to a dude who has 250,000. I know. Yeah, it's too funny. The half they don't know how dumb they really look. George Massey, funny how Ryan was nitpicking the African American history when he had no idea about the history of Scientology and Clearwater. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure piecing it together, the African American history, there are different groups and a lot of different information. But the lady that was talking, she said she was talking about a certain time in history, and it was in I believe the 1800s where one slave was basically traded for all of Clearwater, and she said that has been confirmed and it's true. So that was the point she was making. So yeah, that was Rose Cotton and Menino were about her. Oh my god, they were okay. The Menino guy, he was rambling on, repeating himself for like half an hour. It seemed like so boring. And the Cotton guy, he was just like, they were both like blowing smoke up his ass. It was crazy. It was like, okay, make your point. No, move on. As Brooks seems like a guy who likes to help people. Oriented him in that meeting was all kinds of fun. Yeah, it was just that again, that kind of like innuendo, like low key accusation. And it's like, well, not judge your heart, but I got an email from someone who heard this and that and another thing. Let's play telephone here. Whatever. I feel sorry for her. She was what she says. Yeah, I hear you. I do feel sorry for her. Especially some of her mods that I really like. I hope they don't sign the NDA. And they make a big deal about that. Like, oh, that's a lie. It was just a joke. No, if you look up, and anybody who's listening, they say that me or Kayla or anybody lying. If you look up fine print, is the title, fine print at 53 minutes. She talks about how from now on she's going to require her friends to sign an NDA, she do background check, which she should have done on Brett Miller or she knows like that. Does that just make sense? No. But she said I gotta protect myself and again, whatever. And so middle-aged ladies are more dangerous than this current boyfriend, I guess. Yeah. So she's going to sign an NDA. I can't decide on your friend anymore. That's what she's saying. She's saying this about volunteers and on a channel where she does no research, no real intellectual projects or property, nothing really all that secret, just her own lies that she's trying to cover up and attacking other creators such as what she did, to Aaron and got everybody all upset and then never mind friends again. Okay, no, I hate him again. So she does with everybody. That's what she does with Brett. That's what she was attacking like John. And the receipts don't lie. So she doesn't want that to happen again with her friends. She said the word friends. I didn't. Force life nature sounds like she's digging her heels. It says a lot about her willingness to self-reflect and learn from what her viewers are saying. Yeah, she doesn't care. Now she'll just pull another thing out of her hat. Yeah, puppies, babies, whatever. Cats, sick cats. It's really sad. Yeah, we're clear racist, right? Exactly. This is true. George Massey, unfortunately, there are receipts showing racist ties to actual racists. She sits in a glass house and kept throwing stones close to her heart. I know. Yeah, she was married to two racists and a sexual predator. So convicted sexual predator. Right. She's the one who married one of PF and Kanye as an ex-partner. She was engaged to him. Yeah, maybe still is. Who knows? Don't point. I thought about going into Miss R's chat and talking truth, but most likely be negative and no positive change will come of it. So I did not. Just save the cats. She said that's always a good option. Yes. Yep. You don't have to feed your cats some sausage sandwiches. I'm sorry, I had to. I'm not religious, but God is already speaking to her. Maybe that's a sign. He said a lot of words. Yeah, well, God told her that she's in the right and we're in the wrong. Okay, whatever. Oh, fourth gen. So that's Sarah Heller, is it? Yeah. Absolutely pathological liar. Yeah, I'm gonna do a deep dive on that. I'm gonna do work there on that one. Interesting. George, this is really exciting. And NDA aside, but I ain't obeying it. She's gonna be on cheats. Wow. Every stream stuff with haters, every stream's the same. Must make her followers see what she's like. Her stuff keep going down. Yeah, I'm sure people are just like, especially anybody new, like, what's this about? Boring, bye. What no intellectual property? She talks about her private parts and how everything wants her. But that's not a secret though. I mean, it's not like she's doing this like secret thing that only a few know about. Like she's working on the Jester documentary. Doubt it. I doubt it. And she has everybody do her thumbnails for her and stuff. Like she's not gonna. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think intellectual really fits in that situation at all. Yeah, wait till she sees this. You're digging a hole. She'll come for you. That's right. Interesting. Once she was talking about her friend in the same story, she said him. Her face was like, oh, I have to. She had to keep going. I was laughing so much. Liar. Fire. George, you should have. You gossip worse than the Golden Girls. I can't really argue with that one. Sorry, Giorgio. The meeting we had with citizens last week was unbelievable. Trying to tell his voters it was okay. Really? Was that something that was filmed? I didn't see it. If she takes question what happened with Hockey Tom John. He told the story on Menace channel. I'm not sure if that video is still up or not, but she basically tried to discredit him, defame him, lied about him, and he came with receipts saying that she was lying, and he proved that she was lying. So yeah, if we can find that video, he can tell the story better than I can. Constitution, JT used one of the exes she knew is racist to extract data from him, then goes after Marilyn. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And she's the one, I bet. I know for a fact that she has been contacting people's families, like Reese's ex-husband, like Blossom's ex-husband, like Blossom's children, and I guess someone's been calling H school. Sure as hell is it me. I would never do something like that. And I think it's funny that she would insinuate that any of us would. If I had to guess, it would be JT, the person that she's getting the gossip lies. So yeah, unbelievable. Hey, SPTV, Artelli Kelly. If I had someone doing all my thumbnails and work, I would have time to shop every day too. Yeah, as your client, you can afford things, right? Yeah, your conditions broke, you can't afford things. But let's go shopping. 1 second. Hanley, hi there. Good to see you. Lots of love and blessings around. I will never believe any of the Lord lies. Thank you, Hanley. And if you have a question, how do you ask? I'll tell you the truth. I'm not one of these people that are like always attack, never defend, always attack. I will answer your questions as long as people are being jerks about it. But yeah, I mean, I will address something. And even if it's true, I'll tell you. I don't have anything to hide. And other people, they need to have better memories because they lie so much they can't remember their own lies. Hey, Milky the Dandelion. Asking them to sign an NDA is saying she's to every one of them. People says, she says our friends. I struggle to see a stranger. Yeah, I mean, very weird. I just can't imagine. I'm thinking of like the other creators of friends. Like, my friends who are mods, they're friends that actually just mod my channel, but they're also really good friends. I would never ask them. Like, I would be insulted. Like, okay, say Aaron asked me to sign an NDA. Like, you wouldn't know. I know you wouldn't. So yeah, that's not really friends. You can't trust your friends. Then they're not really friends. And you're not really friend to them. Crazy. Like, she knew how awful she sounds when talking about her police friends, people who've been through the system. Yeah, I know. She just speaks gibberish. It makes no sense. Hey, Joanne. Hi, Joanne. Good to see you. I was confused by all the BS for a long time. No longer confused. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, so it is up. Good. Okay, here it is. Thank you so much. Was it anything fast? There's the link. Awesome. Yep. No friends. Oh, thank you, Jojo. Things I know about Marilyn. 1 kind, 2 respectful, 3 supports her friends, 4 has no friends and actually sees her mods in person. Yep. They come and say here. They do. I know who I trust. Thank you, Jojo. Yeah. George's like, yeah. Yeah, George's like having all friends and family like asking him to come over. They're like, no, George, come up and hang out with us. That's cool. All right. I guess I'm probably gonna try to take a nap today. I don't know if I can, but I haven't been lately. Hey, I tried called Good to see you. And Lily. That's cute. Yeah, so wow, we've already been there for an hour. So I'm going to compile some stuff from my trip and talk tomorrow. Where are you in my room? There's a lot of people rooms. And talk about the trip and things that I filmed and found out. And we'll just do the nails here for everything in the club. Yes, that's true. That is true. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna schedule that probably during the day for tomorrow. We'll see, but I will let you all know. And yes, I'm looking for my outro. And I will talk to you later. Bye. Have a good night. Zena Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why I don't make coffee. Hello, hi everybody. How's everybody doing today? Good to see you all. Hey, James Steele. Jason, hi there. Hippie from a poet. Hello, hello. Good to see you all. George is already getting all feisty in the chat. See here. Thank you so much. Trigger warning. We are covering an upsetting topic. If you need to check out for your own mental health, please do. You can report things like those being discussed here, and then thank you so much. Thank you, Stacey. Okay, let me grab some tea. Okay, I promise, guys, I will get back. I will get back to doing some fun lighthearted streams soon. But I want to see this through. I think it's the right thing to do to address some things. I'm not going to just keep going back and forth. But something happened yesterday, something very monumental, and I think it's worth talking about in tandem with the other things that we've been talking about. So here we go. Yesterday, Serge Delmar was on a stream with, let me get their names right, Ian Andrews and Kimberly Begonia. They're both attorneys and child advocates, and they've been working on cases against the Mormon Church. And now they've decided to take up cases regarding Scientology and their cover-up of SA and the victims that are coming forward. Serge's first one, and they did a stream yesterday with Mona Fakrami, who has facilitated a lot of the contact. So that's great. Kudos to her for that. So yeah, I got through watching it once, and then I started watching it a second time. Couldn't get through it a second time, but something really resonated with me. A lot of things. But one thing, which is where I got the title of this stream about where Preds thrive. We don't want that to be here, do we? We don't want them thriving in this space. This space is a space for healing. It's a space that hopefully justice will be done. It's a space that we need to keep safe from these Preds. We don't want them thriving here. And I want to play one clip from yesterday. Definitely watch it. It's on Serge's channel. It's on Mona's channel, and it's absolutely worth watching. It's why a lot of us are here, and a big reason why we're here. So let me play a clip. And just to set it up, the attorneys were talking about how a lot of organizations and I think they call closed groups, and we talked yesterday about how some groups are kind of closing themselves off, which I think is a good thing when it comes to the trolls and their defense of child Preds. They can deny it all they want. I'm not spinning it. It's in black and white. I'm not spinning it. And so they can deny all they want. And right before I went on, I wasn't in Reddit. I hate Reddit. People send me screenshots, and I did go in and just kind of scan so I can say, okay, I'm not taking things out of context. This is what means that I didn't see the screenshot until right now, but all I saw was Jamie Thomas replying to a comment that I didn't see, but it says I agree with Deborah Stebo. Now when I saw that, I was relieved, even though I'm sure he said terrible things about me. And that's okay. It's okay. He's entitled to his opinion. I'm glad he's here to have an opinion. So Deborah Stebo, if you're here at all, I'm so glad. I'm glad you're okay. You can do thousands of videos about me as long as you're okay. That's good. That's okay with me. So I wanted to say that. I don't know what he said about me. I'm sure it's terrible, but yeah, I'm glad he's here to say it. I'm glad. So anyways, let me play this clip. So we know every industry, every organization, every closed system creates an environment where predators thrive. And when predators thrive, the National Crime Statistics says that a single predator will get somewhere between 50 to 150 victims in the time before they are severed, eliminated from the organization, prosecuted, imprisoned, incarcerated, or die. So every one of them come to court, as I learned from Kimberly, and say in the sentencing, it was only just this once, judge. It was only just this once. For that person to say that, and judges are well aware in sentencing. He and she sitting on that bench knows that the crime statistics tell them not to believe when the predator comes in. Often how they brainwash the victim into saying, I don't know anyone else. I can't think of anyone else who might have assaulted or she might have assaulted. That's all. Those are all the things we deal with. So our job as lawyers, particularly this time, particularly in this critical moment of their lives, is to encourage survivors of sexual assault from all organizations, including the one that you so well advocate for, are able to feel that they can come forward at a time earlier than almost all do, right? And again, I highly recommend watching the whole thing. It was, again, Andrews, I heard just stressing so many times that things have changed, fortunately, for the better. Particularly, she was talking about California, how they have certain laws, how they really support the victims nowadays, how they have a law, I forgot the name of it, named after a victim, that mandates that a advocate would be there to support the plaintiff, the victims. So I think that's wonderful. We saw that in the Danny Masterson case, where there were courtroom victim advocates, survivor advocates that were there to help them along, to encourage them. And I heard her say the phrase trauma-informed many times. So these are attorneys who are trauma-informed. They've had hundreds and hundreds of cases, and they know what they're doing. And the thing that she said about the judges being highly aware, and just so happens that Dave Litton was in, this was again 20 years ago, yes, point taken. But according to the statistics, there is no such thing as one time. Very, very, very seldom, very seldom. And we had a witness that came forward. She goes by Nova Haven, a solicitor channel, and she had reported Dave Litton a year or two before he was caught and convicted for possession of child materials. Okay, so I decided, because everybody, I guess ChatGPT is all the rage right now. My husband's been using it, so thank you, George, for the links. Awesome. Yeah, my husband's been using it. I say my husband because he's technically challenged like me. So let me pull that up. Okay, one second, I just gotta set it up correctly here. Okay, and share this page. Okay, so this is what I asked ChatGPT to give me feedback on. Let me read that. One second, guys. Oh, goodness. Okay, so this is what I asked it. A man was convicted of possessing child, we'll call it CSAM, materials 20 years ago. He served 6 months in prison and 3 years probation. He has been online in social media platforms where young people in the gaming community frequent, such as Twitch. How risky is this, and how likely is he to reoffend? ChatGPT says this situation is very concerning. It's a significant risk that the individual could reoffend. Here's a breakdown of why this is risky and how it ties to known offender behavior patterns. 1. Nature of the original offense. Possession of child CSAM, I'm not saying the whole thing, is not a victimless crime. We say that again. Possession of CSAM is not a victimless crime. It's tied to a interest in children and contributes to abuse cycles. Such offenders have entrenched deviant interests, which tend to persist over time without treatment or strict supervision. Again, strong trigger warning here, guys. 2. High-risk behavior indicators. Now, frequenting youth-centered platforms like Twitch, especially if interacting with minors, is a serious red flag. While not illegal in itself, it raises questions about intent and boundary testing. Gaming communities are common grooming grounds because they combine access to minors, anonymity, and trust-building environments. 3. Time elapse doesn't eliminate risk. Even though 20 years have passed since the conviction, current behavior is far more predictive than time since the last known offense. If he's still placing himself in digital environments with minors, the risk remains high, particularly with signs of rehabilitation, without signs of rehabilitation or restriction. As far as I know, he's not restricted. And doesn't seem like he's been rehabilitated in my book either, in my opinion. Research on CSAM offenders. Studies show that 7 to 20% of those convicted solely of CSAM possession are later charged with contact offenses, and the actual number may be higher due to underreporting. And he was actually picked up for trying to meet up with what he thought was a minor. So for those type of purposes. So there would have been contact, and there has allegedly been contact, and that's one of the reasons why this came to be in the beginning with people posing as minors. And then eventually there's 2 that I know of, 2 civilians that did it, and then which was the person that brought it to law enforcement to begin with, that did a man that went on Day.com. But also even before that, a year or 2 before that, Nova did the same thing, and then both of them reported it to the police, who set up their own sting operation, and then ultimately charged him with possession of CSAM. But they ultimately in the beginning picked him up for trying to meet up with a minor. Continued access to minors, especially online after conviction, is linked to increased likelihood of escalation or reoffending. And I'm not making this up. I'm not spinning this. This is according to the resources that are available. This is the experts kind of signing off on this. And ChatGPT just basically sells the internet with all together. 5. Risk summary. High risk of reoffending or escalating behavior, especially concerning if he's engaging or communicating with minors on these platforms. His behavior may be predatory, even if not legally actionable. What to do? If you suspect inappropriate behavior, you can report concerns to the platform, Twitch, Discord, etc. Contact cyber tip line, and we have that link that I think is serious that you put in the chat. So thank you so much. If you're in another country, most have similar reporting agencies. Would you like a guide on how to spot grooming behaviors or how to report specific platforms like Twitch, Discord? And I said yes, please. Okay. Signs of online grooming behavior. Groomers often use gradual tactics to build trust and reduce resistance. Watch for early signs, frequent or private messages with minors, especially unsolicited. And Nova was observing this, and that's what tipped her off, made her want to uncover this and report him. Asking personal questions, age, location, family situation, giving compliments of gifts, money, in-game items, and subscriptions, trying to build secrecy, don't tell anyone you talked, escalating behavior, sharing, requesting images and photos. So this is just totally the whole playbook, play by play, describes what Nova told us happened in that chat room that she was in 22 years ago. And he's still in those type of platforms, at least he's on Twitch. A little bit different now than 20 years ago. Escalating behavior, sharing, requesting images or videos, even under the guise of quote just for fun. Sexual jokes or comments, even subtle or testing the waters. Attempting to move the conversation to private or encrypted platforms, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Telegram. Manipulating a child's emotions or sense of loyalty. Okay, so that I'm going to stop there. That's some of the things I want to show you and comment on to deal with. But for now, I'm going to go through your comments so far, and then we'll pivot to another issue that is concerning this whole thing. So, hey, Bill, good to see you. Hey, Stasia, thanks for being here. David, yeah, maybe that's why they're attracted to this space, unfortunately. But we're going to close it, right? Hey, Liz, hey, sweetie. Messy X, I love it. Good to see you, honey. Hi, so glad you're here. Miss you. James Field, Massey versus Historia. Beauty versus the geek. Beauty and the geek. I'm not brave enough to say which one. Oh boy. Well, I might be like, yes, but that's June. I watched the whole apology by face video. It was not much of an apology, saying he never told survivors what he did and then confided in him. Yeah, when they confided in him is awful. Yeah, I will get to that because I have some screenshots from apologists. And again, I'm not spinning this any kind of way. It's in black and white. So yeah. Tina McBride, they say it's hard to treat these criminals. Lots of studies. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Hey Joel, glad you're here. Yeah, this is intense, guys. I think a lot of people are live right now. So yeah, if you guys can't, if this is too triggering, I absolutely understand if you need to push phone down or go to another channel. I understand. It's rough. And again, like I said, we'll do some more fun streams soon. So hey Terry, good to see you. Yeah, they don't change, they evolve and adapt. Yeah. And they're not welcome here. But I guess they're welcome in Reddit on Reddit. Yeah, I guess they are. And I'm not making that shit up. It's just the truth. Okay. All right. Just gonna read some of these screenshots. There's someone called Loud Debate in 9864 in Reddit. Someone sent me the screenshot. I think I saw this on the channel. I give Dave Eccleflex more grace. So this is a convicted child, right? That was charged and convicted with felony possession, which is, there's such thing as misdemeanor possession, which I can't imagine. Felony possession of child porn and put in federal prison. I give Dave Eccleflex more grace than I would for Nick Porter, who has, we've already been through this, 20-year-old tattoos. I've talked to him. He said he does not, I'll show the public statement he made. I saw that screenshot and I said, wow, case in point. I certainly don't condone racism. This was to Nick Porter himself. And I've talked to him, before too, about this. I certainly don't condone racism. Neither do I think there should be any grace for PDFs. Neither do I think there should be any grace for PDFs. What WTF is wrong with the Reddit PTS Discord Mike Rinder Aftermath Foundation trolls? And that's how I'm going to describe them from now on. Okay, they are the Reddit PTS Discord Mike Rinder Aftermath Foundation trolls because that's what they stand for. They identify as is huge Mike Rinder Aftermath Foundation fans and stands and stalkers or stalker fans, whatever. They're always posting about the Mike Rinder Aftermath Foundation, all their stuff that they have going on. Not saying they don't do good work. Yeah, the Mike Rinder Aftermath Foundation does do good work. I think it was a mistake at this point, this timing to put Mike Rinder's name in the title because of some of the associations like these people, like these pedo apologists. Wrong. I think that was a bad move. But hey, they want to be called the Michael J. Rinder Aftermath Foundation. Okay. And with it comes all these bottom colors that are promoting them. So that's their choice. Okay. So I said I don't condone racism. And Mike Porter, this was 9 hours ago. Exactly. I don't condone or endorse racism. This is Mike Porter. I don't condone or endorse racism. Is there proof that he said anything racist? I have not seen him say anything racist. I've heard him say this. Okay. The ink is 25 years ago. 25 years old. I'm 11 years sober. But oops, what a tat. You do yourself. Jomos do things to children. WTF. Like really. FGG. Do them all. So that's what he said. He doesn't condone racism. Am I going to tie him down and make him force him to take a like? I don't condone it. And if it were me, yeah, I would have him removed. But I'm not in his body. Okay. And so I'm not endorsing anything like that. And certainly not making public statements. I would give a NAZI any grace. I wouldn't. And I won't. And I don't. So whatever. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. I'm certainly not going out and defending the Chomo. And I'm not even defending Mike Porter. I'm just saying what he said. So you can believe it or you don't have to. So let me go on. Okay, again, love debate. Very interesting. How fast Eccleflex, who in my opinion, gave a very heartfelt explanation. A very heartfelt explanation about what happened in his past. Now, he didn't say apologies. An explanation. His explanation was the details don't matter. That was his explanation. Okay, whatever. He's served time in prison for his crimes, which he just owned, apologized, and attempted to explain. There's no explaining it. There's no explaining it. And I don't care what happened. Look at the statistics. Definitely does not deserve grace. Or he got grace somewhere else, not in this space. Okay, I'm not gonna read this bullshit. Eccleflex needed to dealt with something 20 years ago. Yeah, okay, we Kitty, goodbye, Kitty. Not hello, goodbye. Okay, let me explain that. Woo, right, breathe, Marilyn. Hey, Marilyn, let's do one. Okay, we've got quite a few people watching. Don't feel any peer pressure, but if you are so inclined to put one in the chat, if you do not support child, you know what, in this space or any other space. Thanks, Liz. Looks like a lot. Yep, I don't like them either. I like Cosmos, but not Jomos, yeah. So one of their sympathizers / apologists is Jamie Thomas, aka Eccleflex Media. I'm sorry, whoops, not her, not them. Different media. That is True Clear Media, which really isn't true, isn't clear, but they're both saying media. Okay. True Clear Media has come out in defense of him, and which I think is really sad and unfortunate. Right. The reason I can't have a hard time talking about this stuff is because I have a hard time talking about stuff, and that's why I'm stumbling on my words. Yeah, I agree with you guys. Hey Anna, glad you're here. Okay. So I want to bring receipts on what I was talking about yesterday. Blossom, that we were talking about somebody who that Jamie had befriended about 6 months ago, and Blossom noticed that she was being very, very controlling, very culty in her actions and her words, and kind of like putting pressure on her and trying to control her. And it started out with love bombing. It started out with acting like a mentor. Exactly. True Clear Media bully, and so is Voodoo Kitty. I believe in karma, so not too stressed though. Yeah. Well, maybe what Blossom has to say is partly their karma, her karma, as far as Jamie goes, because she obviously messed with the wrong person and tried to control her. And she realized, Blossom said, as I said yesterday, she gave me permission to tell a bit of her story, and then she sent me some screenshots this morning that she said I can share. So we set these up. Okay. So when Jamie didn't get her wishes with Blossom, she proceeded, which she's done in the past to many other people. I know that Lindsay Landry has said that she's gone to CBS, FBI, all kinds of agencies to try to bring her down. Lindsay also, which like her or hate her, nobody deserves that in my opinion. Or in between, I don't like her per se, and I definitely don't hate her. I have some compassion for her. It's also been said from very reliable sources that Jamie has also proceeded to at least attempt to stalk and harass Reese's son, which I don't go for that either. So let me read this and I'll show you some other things. Yes, good for you, Blossom. Yes, she kicks ass, and I'm sure this was not easy for her, but I said I would. Anyway, I could. So this is this past Friday, so today is Tuesday, so just a few days ago. Blossom got a message from her ex-husband, who is very good friends with her, and they're still keeping contact. I believe they have 2 children together, at least one, and they are best friends, and he lives in a different state. So he got this very weird message from Anne Francis, who is one of Jamie Thomas's. She also goes by Jessie. That's another alias that she uses besides her real name, Jamie Thomas. She's Blue Ridge Media, or Blue Ridge Speaks. Blue Ridge Speaks on Reddit. She's all over Reddit. She has 4 subreddits that she's locked down now because she's going to be the thought police monitor. But I think it's great because they're out of the public. She can double people down. I think that's a great idea. So Blossom's ex-husband sent this to her, the screenshot, and he was like, new friend. And Jamie says, I did have the regular screenshot, but I couldn't find it this morning. I might have accidentally deleted it, but I know exactly what it says. So down here it says, sorry to intrude, you don't know me. I'm acquainted with, and Blossom's real name. I have to ask you, okay. It says, I have to ask you, and I will get that screenshot. I have to ask you, is so-and-so, her name, a psychopath? After that, of course, he didn't answer. He screenshot it, sent it right to Blossom, okay? Then, she didn't stop there. Blossom said, she also goes, why do you think we don't like you? That's Blossom's channel. She asked my son what kind of childhood he had growing up with a psychopath. I don't know exactly what she said to my daughter because she said she thought it was spam at first, but something similar. Now, any of the ex-Scientologists in this chat, does this, I don't know, I'm not an expert. Jamie claims to be an ex-Scientologist herself. I talked to some ex-Scientologists, I think she, based on her behavior, she's an active one, but it's very likely or possible, very possible she could be being used by Osa. Well, and maybe even not knowing it, even just this behavior, it's crazy behavior. So people in Reddit, they're yeah, I'm with you. Even like never seen me, you sign up on this? I hope not. I know you wouldn't go for this, so yeah, I don't know. It's just really sad. Okay, so Blossom also sent me she's very tech savvy. Let me just make sure I have it. I'm just super careful, guys. I don't want to dox anybody. Okay. So there's another type of credit I want to talk about. There is we talked about CSAM, we talked about the other stuff, PDF files. There is another type of predators, many types, but this in particular I think fits this situation with Jamie Thomas and not only Blossom and her children, but she goes after my children. So far, maybe they have, but they just more people. But she has come after me saying until she's blew everything completely away out of proportion. It's almost laughable. Like, it doesn't even bother me. But she's also gone after Reese's child too, and I'm going to expose it. So yeah, also not nice exactly. And she knows how I feel about that. She did delete all those videos. I don't sign off on it. We disagree with a lot of things, but yeah, I mean, I guess people can change, but she knows how I feel about that. We don't agree on a lot of stuff, but at the same time, she reached out and I felt like I just should listen to her, and I'm glad I did. So yeah, but I totally get your point, and we've definitely talked about it. Okay. Let me. And the whole thing about like trolling and trolls and stuff, like I don't totally understand. I mean, I do a lot of trolling here and there, but this whole like underground like trolling network and I don't necessarily understand it. I don't really necessarily agree with it, but I think that there's sort of like mean trolling, there's sort of harmless-ish trolling, there's different types of trolling. But when you're contacting people, that's no longer trolling. That's stalkerish, predatory behavior. That is crossing the line. So let me pull this up. I want to read this to you guys. Okay, so something called ideologically compelled proxy predator, ICPP. Definition: an adult who stalks, harasses, or targets children as a means of punishing, intimidating, or retaliating against a child's parents due to ideological, political, or personal disagreements. Don't confuse her with some random troll. She's an ICPP. She weaponizes kids, because she hates their beliefs. So I think that's definitely appropriate for this situation, in my opinion. There are a lot of ideologies that have been shoved down people's throats. I don't agree with shoving anything down anybody's throats. I don't agree with anything that violates people's civil rights, whether it be racist ideology or this predatory ideology. And I'm gonna say, guys, this map thing, it's interesting at least very interesting to me. And a little bit alarming that these trolls are very, very protective of Mike Rinder and the Michael J. Rinder Aftermath Foundation. They're huge super fans. I never hear them talk against Scientology. It's always against, and I've seen videos about, Aaron, of course, Jenna, Liz Gale, Stephanie Hutchinson. Yeah, they love Stephanie Hutchinson. They're after particularly people like Serge and people that are very strongly against child exploitation and trafficking and PDF files. Why is that? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there because it's something I've been writing about. And Zilba says, he had said, I think yesterday or one of the streams, Zilba, if you can reiterate that some of the people that Dave Litton has interviewed, and one was an NAZI sympathizer. So really, Jamie Thomas has been known to say some pretty racist things to Marisa, to Dianetics. These are things that there are witnesses to, and there are receipts to. So come on, this is ridiculous. And this whole it seems like they're more into attacking ex-Scientologists who have no squirrely, no independent background in when they left Scientology. Again, interesting, just something to think about. So it makes me wonder. All right, I hate this. I really hate this. I just want to crochet and pet my puppies and talk to you all about crafts and stuff. Birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, why? Like under recipes. No disrespect for the dead, but it doesn't cover the fact that whatever his past, whatever he knew, I don't know, but he did publicly reach out to Eclipse Media, to Dave Litton, weeks before he passed away, wanting to talk to him, asking to talk to him privately, and he said, while Dave was saying nasty things about Scientologists, I get comfort from it. He's like, I'm still here, still on here, I get comfort from that. And on his YouTube channel, he was publicly subscribed to Eclipse Media and a couple of the Aftermath people, but that was pretty much it. So I thought it was strange. Again, very strange. Let's go. My wheels are turning. Do you mean that maybe this op is by free zoners to shut us up, rebelling against child stuff in our childhoods? I don't think it's that far-fetched because it just seems to all point to it. I'm not saying that the free zoners is not. I don't know, but all of the statistics and it just points to it. We'll talk about. I've got a lot of background to share with you. That maybe. And you know what? I think this guy's gonna regret ever taking my videos and 4-hour mocking videos. I wouldn't even know who this guy was. I was just like, who is this asshole? But yeah, I mean, there's a whole network of trolls, and now there's infighting amongst them. Which this is what brought Blossom out in the open and be like, I gotta talk about this culty. She said I could share that she is a cult survivor. She's a survivor of a lot of things. And I have a lot of time just like here. And I really appreciate her coming forward and talking about it because I was able to get more receipts on it. But yeah, the background of this whole thing, Dave Eclipse Media, he's been around for solid 8 years in this space, and his background just came to the surface recently. And certain trolls are rallying to defend him. Liz, do you think this has anything to do with? And I'm not sure. I don't know any independent Scientologists, personally, but do they believe in all of the tech? Do they believe in L. Ron Hubbard's belief that children are indeed big beings in small bodies? I'm just wondering, is that what the connection is? Is that what these Chomos advisors and map people? And I'm gonna say it. I mean, I'm still right, but this extreme wokeism that believes in maps. That some of the really extremists are trying to get it lumped in with the LGBTQ plus community. I don't know, but a lot of evidence points to that. So I'm just putting it out there. So I don't know if it's tied to Scientology, OSA, or not, but it's definitely super sus. Okay, well, deflection, Seal Bell, they're outrageous, selective, and insincere. Yeah, 100%. All right, I'm gonna take a breath. Jojo, if it was their kids, I'm sure they would feel differently. Yeah, unless they believe that kids don't matter. I don't know. Cesarea, Knife Porter made it clear he only hates one thing, the sun. Yeah. And I've only ever seen him criticize and attack white people, so yeah, again, show me the receipts. I don't know about the receipts. People want me to hate Aaron. Okay, show me the court papers. Show me the conviction. Show me the police reports. Show me. So it's not surprising that these apologists align themselves with the Michael J. Murder Aftermath Foundation. Mike ran cover for PBS for 30 years in Scientology. Then after, while on the board of Child USA. Asen. Well, it fits, right? Mike Renner did cover up crimes against kids, and I'm not being, and him not being amongst us anymore doesn't make him a saint all of a sudden. Jojo. Let's not forget, Mike Renner told no one about the look back window. Let that sink in. It's shocking, indefinitely, to serve his purpose of saving his own skin. George Massey. Heartfelt explanation. WTF. We know he lied in his mea culpa stream, meaning Echo Fox Media. The probation officer's report directly contradicted his version of events. Yes. And that was, I'm not sure what part that was, but George, if you want to put that up, it was one of the last, I don't know if it was called More Receipts or something. It was the stream that I did about the probation officer's notes about Echo Fox Media, about David later on, and how he was cooperating with his probation with those conditions that they laid out. The details don't matter. Not very heartfelt in my book. 100%. Yeah. Constitution. It was not a heartfelt explanation. It was like no big deal. Yeah. I agree. Jason. So serving time undoes the. Yes, he did. No, it doesn't. Yeah, we do. Lord, goodbye, Katie. Hello, Katie. The doctor. They're the worst. So lame. Get lost, Katie. Go back to your little. Yeah. Goodbye, Katie. Constitution. Main mod claims they don't believe criticism on Discord. They believe the whole thread about Dave when it first came out. Oh, I believe it. Yeah. I believe it. Yeah. This is it. Defending a PDF file. Freaking gross. Yeah. They should never be around children again. Agreed. And I personally am not on Twitch, but I know people that are, and he's been recorded. So he should be in there with kids with minors. There's Massey. All the Michael J. Murder Aftermath trolls are outing themselves and showing their true colors finally. Don't coin. Sadly, we are surrounded by evil. In my experience, when these people do not ever change, they get better at hiding it. Beware, they can be good at hiding in plain sight. Yep. Violet. So many bullies everywhere. Hard not to follow suit, but there is freedom in choosing not to be a. Read. I like the saying that says, "Be careful while fighting monsters that you don't become one." And believe me, I think about that every day because I get so angry. People want to say like my critics want to say that I fake cry. No, I don't. They confuse me of whatever because they don't have any feelings. That's why I'm angry and I'm sad and I'm in outrage and enrage and old rage, and that's why I feel this. I'm so upset because this is not okay. It's not okay. So yeah, it's hard not to get emotional about it. It's really hard. But yeah, good for you, Blossom. It's the stories like these that will expose the bullies for who they are. It's got to be not right. I don't know. But it sounds like it. I mean, from everything I've heard, all the Scientologists talk about, and especially like Tori Magoo, yeah, and even Nora Blossom pointed out, feeling like, yeah, Nora had a lot of very good information on OSA tactics. Absolutely. Constitution. Sorry, I meant the main mod on Reddit. Oh, the Reddit thread. Yeah, claims that they don't delete criticism. They deleted a whole thread on Dave at Clarkson, Maryland for his COVID help. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. And they like Susie's streams about Reese or whatever. They put them on and they come back off because it's her. So yeah, they definitely censor everything. And Jane Thomas is going so far as her 4. We talked about this yesterday. If you didn't remember yesterday, I went through what's going on with that with her. I got a screenshot. It's ridiculous. She got kicked out of the unburned. I think she's back in, but she got kicked out of there for talking crap about the Discord trolls. So yeah, the Michael J. Murder Foundation trolls. And then there's another one called OT Force something for 2 or whatever. That's also the PTS Discord people, and she's welcome there now. She because she got rejected by them for a while. She made 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 of her own Reddit subreddits. That's called. And it was one about Reese, one about Lizzie Blandry trashing her. One about the Lifeboat survivors, which she was never in Lifeboat, and then the other one was like FTV drifters. I think they're all private now. So now she's taking applications to get back in, and she's making people like vow their loyalty to her, and basically to promise this and that and the other thing. And so she's just creating 4 little echo chambers for herself, and it's totally backfired because the reason why she made these was to troll, Reese and Lindsay and all them. Nobody's gonna see it. Nobody's gonna see it except for her little cult followers. So yeah, I think it's great. I think it's an excellent idea. So glad she's out of it. Not culty at all. I know that's not culty. Yeah. Jojo, when he was meeting Mike Renner, on John ATAC, he knew nothing about any of it. Laudable. Children should be left out of it. Contacting minors is all kinds of wrong. One can't say they are for kids and then use them like Jamie. Yeah, I don't know. She said she's for kids. Yeah. Okay, thanks, awesome. She pulled away. Wasn't pulled away from Jamie when she realized things were off. But she was afraid of her, and we understand because and Lindsay said the same thing. I understand because her behavior is super unhinged, and she's the only lady who really loved on them, pretended to be their friend, to want to help, and then as soon as she didn't get away, as soon as she couldn't control their actions and their thoughts and everything, she turned on them, and that's not healthy. This woman is out of control. It's sick and sad. Yeah. Hi, sweetie. Doctor, I am now. Trevor will be a cop. Sleep. Love you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Constitution. Children should be left out of it. Contacting minors is all kinds of wrong. One can't say that they're for kids when they use them. Yeah. The other thing I want to mention too is now she's working in tandem with our friends at the fake Potato Foundation, as already called the SPTV Foundation channel, which I guess had thrown her aside. Now they can use her for their own use. Which funny how very culty type people can, if somebody comes along that's even stronger and more culty. Which again, like I said yesterday, and I even put a short out about it about Pete Jensen, that he is taking credit for that channel several times publicly. I've been told that he's not the one behind it, or he obviously is friends with them and probably helps some, but I don't think he's all that useful. He's a liability because I had him on stream when he showed up drunk off his ass. So I don't think he's that. He's he drunk dialed or whatever. Hey sweetie, hey aloha. I've been watching all your guys' streams and your pictures. I love you. Girls, have a great time. I'm sorry to get down here, but like I said, I mean, if they want Pete Jensen to be the face of their channel, if they want to give him all the credit for all of their hard work, I'm down. I think it's hilarious. So we're gonna just give Pete Jensen we'll give him credit for that channel and his own channel as well. So let's see. It's no fault if you get info talk about this. I'm glad to know and appreciate you. Love you. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I've gotten to know Blossom. I've talked to her at links, and my heart goes out to her. I don't think she's any what Jamie is doing to her or anyone, and definitely not children and loved ones and friends and workplaces. And I mean, that's really creepy. That's some Stephanie Hutchinson level shit, and it's also some level shit, I think. So I see no public Scientology service conclusions for Jamie Thomas. It's not conclusive, but it is a data point. Thank you. David, in my opinion, Rinder did more to protect and cover for Scientology than anyone. I have issue with this, and that's fair. Okay, this is a yes. So David repeatedly interviewed Andy Mulch, an independent Scientologist who has denied the Holocaust and spent time in prison for vandalizing. Yeah, ugh, that's disgusting. Yeah. What say you, Michael J. Murder Aftermath Foundation trolls? What say you? So their outrage is selective and insincere. 100%. Hey, Tin Pan Flash, I'm confused by the sheer amount of dots being connected. Yeah, it's baffling to me. It really is. But it doesn't make sense, He said Rinder didn't care as long as it is against Aaron or to minimizing his involvement in cover-ups. All was fair game for him. Yeah. And I still haven't decided. I'm leaning towards no, but I still haven't completely ruled out releasing all of the emails between me and Mike from a little over a year ago now, because this was going on over a year ago, not towards the end of his life. He was in pretty much remission at that point. So yeah, it does show pretty much a lot of the fair game, a lot of what his objective was, because I kept trying to bring it around to issues concerning that stakeholders had about the foundation. No, he was focused on Aaron and other people and blocking some lawsuits as well for victims. It's all in black and white. So yeah, I still haven't decided yet. Seja, plus on the board of Child USA at the same time, cringy. Yeah. gonna get so much shit. What can I do? I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not making it up. So, yeah. Jojo, I bet he asked to be in that ward to monitor what was going on. Yeah, why else wouldn't he tell anyone about the back window? Not a soul that we know of. Maybe he told you. I don't know. But he didn't tell Aaron. He was further than that. He didn't tell any of the knows or any of the other victims. So it just makes you wonder. Constitution, one of the three owners is a mod of that Reddit. Yeah. Yeah. Another thing about this whole, virtue signaling, holier than thou soapbox, high horse thing. When the whole bully thing came down, that was a long time ago with the mod and all that. Okay. The Discord people attacked the people who were not, had never had any history being on Gold Days, being an indie, being friends, with current friends with any of them. And this whole weird, I guess association is just very, it's very weird. But where was I going with that? I was going with that. I'll hold that thought. I'll definitely get back there. Okay, let me read a couple more of these, and then I'm sure I'll think of what I was going to say. Okay. Stage 20 is, there are a lot of us who think the same Miriam is the most well-known reason why. Yeah. Yep. Let's see, technically independent Scientologists follow outrage tax still, but I think there's supposed to be more free choice to pick, but I'm not sure. So about the whole philosophy surrounding children being adults in small bodies. Yeah. So pretty much the claim criticizing murder is unacceptable by people that have made a career from criticizing outrage. Both are accountable for their misdeeds. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. I know what to say. I know what come back to me. Okay. Yeah. When the Goldie thing happened. Okay. They also picked and chose who they were going to hold accountable because Aaron was some kind of monster because he didn't come out and speak out against Goldie. But he's not the one that had Goldie merch. And to that last day, Goldie was modding for Apostle Alex. He never came out and said and condemned what she did, and he didn't excuse her. I fired her like at least a week before, maybe even more. I was actually helicopter was the first to fire her as a mod. And when I found out, I was like, sorry, Goldie, I can't do it. I was not going to pressure, and they're lying, saying that they didn't pressure me, pressure the other creators. They absolutely did. I made concessions that we could talk about it on my channel because that is something I had control over. And again, this whole pushing and using people, it was going on back then. But it's like it's okay for Apostle Alex to do stuff because why? He's friends. He's worshiping the Michael J. Winder Aftermath Foundation and all of the people who support them. That's the only connection I can see because there was everybody else. Everybody else they used that, just throw them under the bus. But they were so upset about Goldie. I don't think it was really about her. For me, it was. I did not like her ideology, although I did not see her ever expressing that. She was very kind to the ex-Scientologists that were members of the LGBTQ plus IA community. She monitored them, and I never saw her treat them any differently. So there's some weird stuff going on, and maybe not, I don't know. But there's a lot of freaking hypocrisy, and it's picking and choosing who they're going to hold accountable for these ideologies that they have, that they hold dear. So hey, hi Sweetie, good to see you. Glad you're here. And for Canada, these trolls attack the survivors of Scientology and sympathize with the PDF files. Yeah, why are they even in this space? I don't know. If they don't like the survivors, why do they involve themselves? Yeah, no, they don't show their face. They somehow have self-appointed themselves to police this whole space. Why don't they just start their own? I mean, I don't think I would hope that the Michael J. Winder Aftermath Foundation board members did not ask them to do this. They have faced some of them on the streams, and if you look at their, which I don't bother anymore, again, people send me screenshots at their chats, like don't forget their chats, a lot of them are in there, and they get their things talked up, and yeah, whatever, they want to associate with them, they can. These PDF file sympathizers, whatever, they did finally take the Aftermath Foundation link off of the fake FPTV Foundation. I mean, come on, I mean, this is just, I'm blue in the face. I can't even talk about it anymore. It's gross. I'll just read your comments. Right, they hate Aaron, but sympathize with people who abuse it. Exactly. Sage, my anger is real, and people are finding out. It's also righteous. I'm a humanist, and everyone deserves the best. 100%. You got a round of applause from Georgia. See, clapping in the back. Not a few people clapping back. Stasia, remember Winder only had a problem with David Savage. He had no issue with tech. He thought, L wrong covered. Okay, L wrong covered was okay. Remember that, folks. Lucio, bless him. He emailed me all nice, and I responded nice, and she told me, no, I can't. Oh God, that's okay. She said she put an AI, but the AI on her channel called me a crazy crochet C word. Back then, I was like, oh, but now letting me know a bunch of words they say, like, she said it posted being a C word. So yeah, I think that was a direct quote from Stacey Syria. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, this behavior. But yeah, I mean, I take it for what it is. I wouldn't be doing this if I hadn't seen her face to face or on screen. Talk to her, I know her name, I talked to her links, and yeah, I decided to help her express herself and give her a voice because I think in this case is constructive. So we do disagree on Aaron and other issues, but yeah, we both agree that this thing with Jamie is out of control and very destructive to a lot of people, including people's families. Yikes. Yeah. James Steele, long gone are the monsters under the bed or in the closet. They're all in plain sight. Yeah, unfortunately. Tim Flash, someone has way too much time on their hands. She should try to do something. I know, I can't imagine 4 minutes. And then, like, not only that, but like I've got that Facebook group and I have some, and I do have a Facebook group for my nonprofit, but I have mods that help me out. And plus, I don't read every single thing and police everybody. It's just gross. Yeah. So, if you're thinking is raising my operation, probably not. But hey, if you want to take credit for it all, I'll give it to him. Happy to do that. Maybe who would have guessed that older folks could be so vicious? I don't know. George Massey, Winder was the head of OSA when Canada was updated in California in 1997, and Scientology went through a major sorting exercise. He was acutely aware of the risk Canada posed. He said, I'm glad that when the Nuremberg trials took place, we didn't have the attitude that is prevalent nowadays that once you were old or past, all is forgotten. 100%. Yeah, that was like so funny. What was that? I think it was, Aaron did a video, it was called, about Scientology operators, something about Pete Jensen, and he mentioned Mrs. J, I think he did mention Jamie Thomas, he mentioned Maria Martins, and definitely played those drunk dialing calls, those voicemails. David, the connections are mind-blowing. Yeah, what is up with that? And yeah, he said, stop checking your channel, and then he's like, then tried to act like a tough guy. Wild. Jojo Aaron's everything. Yep, it's pathetic how people just blame him. To me, it's to take the heat off themselves. I did a deep dive. That's funny, I did a deep dive into Mike's blog on Child USA and look back window. What I found was interesting. All right, well, I would love to hear what you found. Oh man, the Goldie situation. Well, I don't agree with Dr. Post. I was really harassing the hell out of her. That was weird. Yeah, it was over the top. And at one point, I started to distance myself and not really go with the program. I was the enemy, Yeah, and I was used to, which has happened many times, to get modding gigs from in the bigger channels. Yeah, it happens a lot. Even smaller channels, but people, use me as a stepping stone and decided like another creator better. Like whatever. I learned my lesson. Jason, life is complicated. People are complicated. I hated Goldie's ideologies, and I'm glad she's gone to be honest. My sister is homophobe and has a bestie at work who's gay. I don't get it. Yeah, definitely. No, excuse for my channel, but I can't tell other creators what to do. So I did what I felt was right for my channel. I was very young. I think the way it was done, I think had a broader purpose that really had nothing to do with Goldie. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it was I was willing to be in that project. The Goldie situation made me very uncomfortable too. It was organized as a campaign, and it triggered something for me. I remember, yes, and I remember talking to you because I felt really creepy about it too at one point. I was like, this has gotten way out of control. They're jealous in my opinion. Yeah, and I think somebody was jealous of Goldie and wanted her position. Honestly, why else wouldn't they have held every creator responsible and not just some? Very weird. We know who you are. Okay, that sounds a little scary. Winder's anti-Scientology campaign was PR for himself. He never sold anything that would incriminate himself. He was right to the core. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I can't disagree with that. I mean, I really, and I told him that, and I've said it probably many, many times, that I feel like I do owe him and Leah and all the people that were on contributors, like Liz Gale, a debt of gratitude because I didn't understand what happened to me. You're getting emotional again, but it's real, guys. That's why I'm here. So I hated thinking negatively about Mike because I really idolized him. I really looked up to him. And I think the first of it was for me was talking to Doug Kramer, and we just had to argue about it. This was before even the Goldie thing, before the thing with the after slap or whatever. Having the after foundation and all that, blah blah. He would tell me, he's like, my partner's criminal, you know, he belongs to jail. And I was like, oh no, that can't be true, that can't be true. And then I started to connect the dots, and then I saw his halo, his crime started to slip, and the things he said to me in the emails were like, this doesn't seem like murder. I can't believe this, you know. So yeah, I can't ignore it. I can't ignore it. Right, like maps. I know, never know what I think I would need to learn terms like this. Yeah. Stephanie H. Sullivan, I don't know, because I don't go on Reddit. She might be in Reddit, she might be in Discord. I think her handle was like concerned citizen, something like that. Sounds like her. Sounds very I want to say manager type. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important. It's very gross, but also something to look out for, because this map thing, yeah, minor attractive persons, like as if it's okay, it's stop shooting and, you know, creating euphemism, or what it really is yeah, PDF files. George Massey, the attack interview and the general reaction to Miriam blew the lid off of Render's whistleblower hero image. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Oh, George started this. Thank you, man. Your sweetheart. Same to you. So, well, in their defense, I think most rezoners think these Reddit trolls are gross too. Yeah, they probably would. I think that the ones that are, I don't know if they're rezoners or not, but I think some of the Michael J. Rinder Aftermath Foundation board members would do well to at least distance themselves or say there's their word. And whatever. I mean, that's their choice. That's their choice. But in some cases, silence is consent. And yeah, they're not only not distancing themselves, but they're popping up their comments and giving them kudos and all that. So I'm not saying that they're free zoners. I'm just saying that they're definitely in that category of not. I've never heard one of them come out in defense of like Serge Delmar or any of the others like Miriam or any of them. They don't even talk about. They talk about, you know, the good old days, you know, and they miscarriage how terribly it is, and psychology abuses. Let's get more specific. What about what happened to Jenna as a kid? The work camps. What about what happened to all of these SA victims and the cover-ups? A lot of them knew they did. And some of them were the ones that were ethics officers for some of these children in Scientology that were being disciplined for nothing, for being kids. It's in the files. So, and Rosemary Brown ended up having horrific things done to her. Nobody's ever spoken about that except for her son. And yeah, Leah and Mike, they were very measured about it. And when Mike and Rosemary wanted to pursue the legal what do you call it? I don't know. Basically, they wanted to take it further with litigation against Scientology and doing they can't litigate, but it was like a what's it called? civil cases to get more damages because of all the things that happened to Rosemary. And Mike put a stop to it. And actually, I'm not telling you that because Mike Brown talked about it in one of his videos. And Mike Rinder wrote about it to me, which I felt weird because before Mike talked about it publicly, I felt weird because I was like, why is Mike Rinder telling me, pretty much a stranger, about personal things between a lawyer and a client that's not yet? Very weird, very weird. So that showed me that he wasn't being very gatekeepy about these cases. Why? I think I know why. Right? It's everything that's what creator. Yeah, I mean, David, he did a mistake. He just up there. Yeah. Yeah, they're relatively benign parts of the free zone and relatively creepy parts. Yeah, well, yeah, nothing all bad, I don't think, you know. So there are hardcore believers in the free zone space, though I know that for sure. They might be mad at some of us for fighting against the tech. Wild, yeah. Just scroll in. You know, you are question. Do you think the trolls are all set? I don't know. I mean, I don't feel qualified, I guess, as far as like what I've learned about what Wilson does. I mean, I think they're doing tactics that are very reminiscent of Wilson tactics, fair game type stuff. Going to people's, calling people's workplaces and ex-husbands and children and all that, asking them what kind of childhood you had just to get anything to use against them. And I don't think it's any secret because I've heard people say over and over that some of these trolls went to Reese's ex-husband and he sang like a canary. I don't know if what he said was true, but he did talk. James Thomas talked to him at length, at least once, probably many times. Yeah. They said the term any of your enemies, my friend, is still around. Those enemies who work with you, be quick to backstab you when it's all over. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that happened. So yeah, you just gotta do your own thing, be careful, and just choose, you know, who you have in your circle of, I guess, trust. Like Helicopter, who's using that thing disgusting. They even have a flag. They do. This is more in practice. I haven't heard any of them say we're for maps, but their ideology in other areas to me point to it. They have come out in defense of Dave Clinton, Equifax Media, and yeah, instead of saying PDF file sympathizers, I think I'd rather say maps. So to me, it's the same thing. You know, it does fit with their patterns of behavior that they've shown and their extreme ideologies. I guess that's what I'll say. Yeah. That's June. Mike saying that he was in the whole 5 years, he knew nothing was proven wrong. Jenna proved with paperwork that Mike was at least pulled out of their handler. Oh yeah, absolutely. And wasn't he like working while he was in that trailer? Yeah, I think he was definitely aware of some things. Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly with this. Seal Bill, you are a scholar and a gentleman if I've ever met one. Yeah, I am solidly in the cult of Seal Bill. I love you, Seal Bill. I just thought it well way back to the fake accent part. That was funny. Hey, Miss Scorpio, rising. Good to see you, friend. Okay, I think I catch up. I think I did. Well, okay, we're almost at an hour and a half. That was a lot. I won't be on tomorrow morning. I have a doctor's appointment. I don't know. I have a couple of night streams planned. I don't know exactly when. I've got 2 interviews coming up. I do want to do just a really fun, relaxing crochet and talk about stuff. But it didn't work out today. So yeah. Oh, they don't have a flag. Okay, all right, good. Yeah, I mean, I hope they don't. I hope they don't get one, and I hope they don't weasel their way into the LGBTQ plus community. Yeah, I think that's gross. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure Maps is acronym for something else too. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm gonna end it here. If anybody wants to chat, you can email me at coffeetalksandcrafts. And have a good day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.
Tonight, for the first time, a former senior military intelligence officer comes forward to say what we've only imagined is true.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, we are not alone. We're definitely not alone.
Claims that our government has proof of alien life.
We have spacecraft from another species. We do, yeah. How many? Quite a number. Some are landed, some are crashed.
Allegations of a secret government program that has hidden the truth, the technology, from the world.
There's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the US populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral, and it's totally frightening.
From Roswell to the present day.
There are non-prosaic cases, 100% unexplainable. This is like tangible technical craft.
Is this decorated officer a liar?
Why should we believe you?
A fool?
Is it possible you believe yourself?
Or a hero?
I'm a patriot, and I believe in truth power in this. We're talking about the biggest secret in human history.
We are not alone. The UFO whistleblower speaks. Good evening, I'm Elizabeth Vargas, here to bring you a News Nation exclusive interview with a man we're calling the UFO whistleblower. David Grush is a career intelligence official who this week is making some bombshell claims of a U.S. government cover-up going back nearly a century, shedding light, he says, on that existential question. Are we alone? News Nation has confirmed David Grush's credentials and resume. We have not seen or verified the alleged proof he says he's provided to investigators, but we want you to hear his story so you can decide for yourself. Mr. Grush sat down with investigative journalist Ross Coulthard, who is reporting for News Nation. Mr. Coulthard is an award-winning journalist and author who has reported for the Australian version of 60 Minutes, as well as other news programs in his home country. What you're about to see is part of their conversation, touching on Mr. Grush's work with the UAP task force, his background and his service to this country, and the alleged secret military program about which he says the world needs to know.
For decades, the UFO question has been consigned to the realm of speculation, conspiracy theory, and science fiction. But in recent years, serious people have started taking the subject seriously.
You'll see it come through the top
top of the screen. There it goes.
Prompted in part by the release of these videos purporting to show encounters between American naval aviators and what the Pentagon has labeled unidentified aerial or anomalous phenomena. Congress has convened hearings to determine what these UAP are and what threat they might pose.
If UAP do indeed represent potential threat to our security, then the capabilities, systems, processes, and sources we use to observe, record, study, or analyze these phenomena need to be classified at appropriate levels.
The Department of Defense has established a special team, formerly known as the UAP Task Force, recently renamed the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or ARRO, to investigate and identify what are now hundreds of reported sightings. So far, they have not confirmed any of them to constitute proof of alien life. Officially, the government continues to state, we are indeed alone. But now, for the first time, a former member of that official investigative team is speaking out, telling a stunning story that impacts every person on this planet. And now you're about to meet that man for the very first time in this exclusive television interview. Welcome. That's it. Let me start off telling me your name and who you are. My name is David Grush. I came from a blue-collar family in Pittsburgh. Didn't have money for college. I always admired people in uniform, and I've always wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself. 18 years ago, I got an Air Force scholarship for physics. I originally commissioned on active duty in the Air Force. Served 14 years in the Air Force. I look at this photograph, Dave, and I see a very proud officer. I was getting promoted to captain when I was deployed. Did you still love your captain? Absolutely. A career intelligence officer, Grush spent time on the ground in Afghanistan. And